Owen was pretty much a rookie when this happened, and at the time it was considered a justified shooting. But now, in light of all of the facts that have come out in connection to the William Green case, the Edwards family is now saying that their case deserves a second look.
This is opening up a lot of old wounds.
9 years later, and the Edwards family is still haunted by the shooting death of Rodney Edwards. It happened in front of his Palmer Park home in 2011.
He was sitting right here when the police shot and killed him, right here in front of the house.
He was shot by Prince George's County Police Officer Michael Owen, who is now facing a second-degree murder charge in the shooting and killing of William Green. Video showed that Green struck a number of parked cars before he was taken out of his vehicle. Owen cuffed Green behind his back and placed him in his cruiser and then shot him multiple times, according to police. Prosecutors say Green was sleeping in the car when police arrived. Initially, police said Owen struggled with Green after he was in police custody and that Green's vehicle smelled of PCP. Then Police Chief Hank Stawinski says none of those accusations proved to be true.
I am unable to come to our community this evening and offer you a reasonable explanation for the events that occurred last night.
Green's fiancée, Sandy, reacted to the news of the officer's arrest and charges last night.
It was a big relief. I feel like justice will be served, even though I'm hurting and I'm grieving.
But we're hoping that somebody saw something.
Owen is a 10-year veteran of the police department. He once served as the department's public information officer. He's seen here answering press questions. Now the Edwards family feels Rodney's case deserves a second look. When it happened, Owen said Rodney was laying on the ground, but armed with a gun, something his family never believed.
And I'm hoping that somebody will reopen his investigation and see that my nephew was wrongly killed.
Edwards told me that he started this morning by calling the state's attorney's office and asking them to take another look at his nephew's case. And Aisha Brave Boy State's attorneys released a statement saying that she has already assigned a senior assistant state's attorney to take a look at the evidence and see if there's anything there for them to reopen. Reporting live, I'm Tracy Wilkins. Back to you all in the studio.
All right, thank you, Tracy.
You just saw an unarmed black man killed by a black police officer and shot 7 times in a cruiser. You would have thought that this would have happened with a white supremacist police officer, but no, it's a black one. And sometimes black men who get on the police department adopt the ways of their white supremacist masters. Instead of protecting the community, they also become the enemy of the community. You saw back before 9 years earlier when he was a rookie officer, Officer Owen shot another man and killed him. The family is looking for the state's attorney's office. What I have seen in another video, that they will be looking into this case, because this is extremely suspicious that you would kill a black man with nothing in his hand and he's handcuffed. We have to understand, when we put people on the police force and they happen to be our own, they are not only there to protect the community, but they are also there to protect the community from the enemy. This is why we put them there, so they will make wise judgments when it comes to arresting African American men and women, when it becomes to protecting African American women against white supremacist officers. But when we start committing the crimes, it even gets worse. And you see how quickly the police chief came out and charged him with second-degree murder and manslaughter. This is the quickest I have ever seen a police chief come out and press charges against a police officer. When it's a white police officer, it'll take damn near 2 months for him to get charged with a crime. But how quickly the police will throw a black police officer under the bus. Yes, he's right in doing so, but we see how quickly justice is sent out when it's a black police officer. You see what happened to the black police officer, which I would call Ethiopian, up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, when he was charged with shooting that unarmed white woman, and the city gave her $20 million. Not only did they prosecute him, the PBA Police Benevolent Association did not even protect, did not even defend the black police officer. So we see how justice moves quickly when it has to do with the black and female police officer, and how slowly it moves for the white ones. And not only does it move slowly, but you very rarely see a conviction. This man will possibly get life in prison, but Amber Geiger will probably only go to jail for probably less than 5 years. See, there's even a different kind of justice when it comes to black police officer killings and white police officer killings. But this black police officer is shameful, is pathetic, and not only for him to be involved in 2 shootings that killed black men, it also shows the self-hate that this Officer Owen must have in his heart for black men and black women. This is why when we send people to the police department, they should be vetted and seen if they're going to respect the citizens of their community. Because I tell you what, that same Michael Owen, Officer Owen, would not go into the white community and shoot an unarmed white man 7 times or kill a white man and get away with it. He felt so comfortable that he could shoot that man in the back seat of a car that he would actually get away with it. And that's sick in his own right. This is sad to see. It's sad to see us kill our own on the streets of America. But it's sad to see a black man with a badge that we trust in many of our inner cities to execute a fellow black man when he's supposed to be there to protect the community. We have to understand that when we put these officers on the police force, that there have to be a solemn duty that they support and protect the black community. We beg for black police officers, we get them, and sometimes we get these circumstances that destroy our community. Now that young lady who was supposed to marry Mr. Green, her fiance, will not have someone she could spend the rest of her life with because we had someone who shouldn't have never been on the Prince George's County Police Force. I want to thank you for listening to Black Side. You hit that like button, that share button. And if you'd like to donate, go down to the PayPal. We don't have to have this happen in our community.